Evening everybody, how you doing? Saturday night. I had hoped to get a video up a little bit earlier in the week, but that just didn't happen. It's now, the weather is starting to take a turn for the worse, getting towards winter and whatnot, and as a result, being in the gas business, things are starting to get rather busy. So I had a couple of long days, and I had a couple of nearly 13-hour days, and by the time I got home, I just couldn't be bothered. So I figured I'd wait until the weekend, get nice and rested and refreshed, and then make a quick little video, make a couple of videos probably. But yeah, I just wanted to make a little video about the jewellery I ordered. I mentioned a couple of videos ago that I'd ordered a couple of pieces, just a couple of new conch pieces from Stonewolf Adornments. And rather unbelievably, they've actually arrived already. Yeah, they turned up. Here you go. I have a feeling this is going to be reversed on the camera, but what are you going to do? It's from Stonewolf Adornments, and so I think that's going to be reversed on the camera. But I'll put the link to the website, which is what that says in the description down below. I'm sure everyone's heard of them before anyway. But yeah. First things first, I am amazed at how quickly these turned up. I ordered them, I forget when it wasn't long ago at all, but I got the initial email from them saying it would be the last week in October to the first week in November is when they would actually start doing work on the on the jewellery itself. Obviously it's the middle of October and they've obviously done the work and sent that out already, so I'm quite amazed by that. So that was a nice little surprise. I wasn't expecting to have that anywhere near this soon, so that was good. So yeah, I'll show you the jewellery. I actually have a piece. I've stretched one of them already, and I have the obviously this is the 16mm piece that I had in, and this is the new bit. So I went with tunnels. I think I did say that on the video. Where are they? There you go. Where's the thing? There we go. Hello. I think I did say that when I mentioned that I'd actually ordered some. Yeah, so I went with tunnels, just because I haven't worn tunnels in a long time. And I think the last time I wore tunnels, it was several years ago. They must have been about 10mm, I think. Ever since then, I've just gone with the solid pieces like this, what I still got in this here. And yeah, I'm very, very impressed. So the craftsmanship-wise, this is probably the smoothest Delrin I've ever seen. It probably isn't sharp. Oops, get rid of the earring. Probably doesn't show up too well on the camera, because it's just a little cheap camera, but the actual craftsmanship, these are so smooth, it's unbelievable. I mean, I've had Delrin jewellery from a number of different places, and this is by far the smoothest I have ever seen. It's almost like glass. It's very, very impressive. And I just ordered, don't know how well you can see, I just ordered a very, very tiny flare on it. I think this was 1.5mm, might have even been only 1mm, I forget exactly. And that's just obviously because of where it sits so close to the inside of my ear. I don't want particularly big flares. I don't want to be irritating the inside of the ear where it rests on there. But yeah, the one thing I regret about this, I should have ordered. Whoopsie daisy. That's the old one I dropped. Don't worry. I should have ordered a slightly longer wearable area. I just ordered the longest they had on their on the little drop down menu. And it was 14mm wearable area, which is what I ordered. And normally I get slightly longer stuff made, just because so it accommodates the swelling. I think I've gotten away with it this time, but had it swollen much more, I could have had a problem there. But that's completely my own fault. I have ordered a piece from them before, and I did request a couple of years ago. I did request a longer wearable area. I should have bought that. I don't know where that is. I think it's downstairs somewhere. And yeah, they were happy to do that, so that's completely my own fault. I was too lazy to email them, and that's come back to bite me in the arse, isn't it? But that's fine. Like I say, luckily it has just about paid off. My ear is very swollen up. This is the one I managed to get it in, and it slipped in so easily. I was really surprised just how easy it went. I mean, I know I haven't stretched this conch in, I don't know, at this point it feels like 18 months or something like that. It feels like a long time, because this one got so far behind. This one's just been sitting here waiting for the other to catch up. So, excuse me. So yeah, what was I saying? yeah, I've completely forgotten what I was saying. Anyway, so yeah. Right, back on track again. So yeah, obviously this is my right ear. Obviously, I don't know how you can tell it's switched around or whatever, but this is the one that's been at 16mm for a long time now, and it popped straight in, no problem whatsoever. It was, what day was it? Can't remember when I got them. I think they turned up Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, and I popped them in pretty much straight away. I'll put this one in pretty much straight away, and yeah, it slid right in, no problems whatsoever. The first day was okay, and then the swelling kicked in, and it has been very tender since then. Hence why I'm not actually wearing anything in my lobes at the moment, just because the additional weight from the jewellery tugging down on that just aggravates us a little bit more. I'm not going to be leaving them out constantly. That's something I have done in the past. I've left them out constantly over like a week or so while my conches were swollen up, and that has actually resulted in them shrinking a little bit, which is something I'm trying to avoid. So I'm just wearing them on and off throughout the day, so they don't shrink down too much. If I, like, for example, if I was to leave them out sort of several days or a week, they would shrink down, and that's the complete opposite of what I'm trying to do. So yeah, I will. Oh, a little bit tender. It's not too bad, and I do put that down to the fact that it's been a long time since I've actually stretched them. I don't know how well you can see. I don't know what's on camera. There's a small bit of a little sort of swelling bit around the bottom here, and a little bit of scar tissue development. And the back, there's no scar on the back. I'll see if I can. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to see this at all. Somewhere around there. I have no idea what you can see. Right, somewhere about here. Right. Hopefully is it or something. I don't think there's any scar tissue at all on the back. I can't feel any. But that's something that at least I find completely normal whenever I do stretch my conches. My body just overreacts a little bit, and I guess it just produces an excess of collagen while it's being irritated due to the swelling. But as soon as that'll be there for a few weeks, but it will go away. It happens almost every single time I stretch my conches, so it's not something I'm concerned about. Like I say, give it a month or 6 weeks, and that will probably be gone completely. And the swelling should be going down. I'll give it another week or so, and I expect the swelling to really noticeably start going down. And it's not that, like, even now I can spin the jewellery in my ear. To be honest, part of that is due to the fact that it is so smooth. But yeah, I can quite comfortably spin the jewellery in my ear, and it doesn't really hurt at all. I can fiddle about with it, which, by the way, it's not a great idea to keep fiddling about with stuff when they're a fresh stretch like that, but yeah, there you go. Just to get that out there. But yeah, I can fiddle about with it and spin it a little bit, which helps a lot in keeping it clean. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. It looks, I don't know how well you can really see it on there comparing it, but it looks and feels to me at least so much bigger, even just 1mm bigger. I'm very happy with it. Oh, it sort of itches, which is a good sign that it's starting to heal up again. But yeah, I won't be stretching this one for quite a while as yet. I will wait at least until this one is fully settled down, which might be a month or two further down the line. And even then, I might leave this here a little bit longer, just because this was, well, it was before I went to the festivals. I don't remember exactly when it was, but even this was only a couple of months ago, and I'd rather leave it a little bit longer before I actually stretch it again. Just to, generally speaking, especially with cartilage piercings and piercings through any sort of hard tissue, the longer you can leave them between stretches, the better. At this point, I'm quite content stretching them once or twice a year at the very most. I have stretched them faster in the past, and it's just been very painful. And I would rather it go as this one's going right now, which, yeah, is uncomfortable, but it's not unbearable. And I don't foresee having to take it out, which I have had to do in the past. I've stretched them too fast in the past, which has resulted in them swelling up and becoming so painful I've had to take them out and let them heal up, and then start again from an even smaller size. So yeah, I've learned the hard way, and I would rather just let them rest and take longer doing it. So yeah, like I say, this one at least now is 17mm. What I'm thinking of doing specifically with the conches going forwards is, I've decided for some reason that a bare minimum size I would like them would be 22mm. but I'm not going to go straight there. I'm going to stretch them probably another couple of times. I'd like to get them up to maybe 19mm, which is about 3/4 of an inch. And then I will, once they're both settled at that size, I will leave them for an extended period of time, sort of a couple of years sort of thing, just to really let them chill out and rest, and before continuing on. And then I'll probably do the same. I'll then stretch on another couple of times to get them up to, let's say, 22, and then I'll let them rest there for however long, another couple of years. So it's all very, very slow progress. It's all part of the plan, just to take lots and lots of time, just to try to give them the best chance of having multiple successful stretches. My lobe, I don't know how well you can tell, but my lobe itself is actually a little bit swollen up. But that's right. That's something else I've noticed does tend to happen when I stretch my conches. This is nice and soft and loose, and this is just a little bit, I can even feel when I squeeze it, it's a little bit puffy and swollen up. But that's alright, I say that always happens. Every time I stretch my conches, my lobe does swell up a bit. Yeah, give you a bit of a comparison. Don't know how well you can see, really. Just in case not that anyone's really wondering, but my jaw is there, so my ears actually hang down lower than my jaw. Anyway, yeah, I think that's pretty much everything covered. Anyway, I will say I'm really, really very impressed with the workmanship on these, and I will definitely be ordering more jewellery from them further down the line. And I will there's dead spiders everywhere in here. This is our spare bedroom, and the cat uses it as a bedroom, and she seems to have turned into a spider graveyard. She has a particular fondness for catching spiders, and there's like spider legs all over the bed. There's a dead spider down there. Anyway, I've completely gone off track, and I haven't even had that much caffeine today. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, Stonewolf Adornments, very, very good quality, high quality work. And I say you can literally customize it, anything you want. I mean, they even had they had the different options for actual different flare sizes. So if you prefer bigger or smaller flares, it's nice just to have an option to do stuff like that, just to customize it a little bit more to your personal preferences and your personal needs and whatnot. So yep, anyway, yeah, so I would highly recommend them as a company. I apologise, my train of thought is starting to waffle off a bit. I'm still rather sleepy from this week, but yeah, I think I'll leave it there before I ramble anymore. And yeah, Stonewolf Adornments, if you haven't heard of them, check them out. I was speaking to someone the other day who a chap I speak to online who has some pretty big ears, and bizarrely he'd never actually heard of them, and I was really quite surprised by that. So yeah, so I've not been I forgot what I was going to say again. I apologise. All good. I'll say I'll call it quits there, and I will speak to you all again soon. I will finally get around to making a my next in the future mod thing probably tomorrow. I have a pretty relaxed day tomorrow, so I'll get on and do that then. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed that, and yeah, another good look through the conch. I do enjoy wearing tunnels through them. Just gives it a slightly different effect, obviously. Plus it's weird, whenever I have my hair tied up, I hear the wind rushing through it, which is quite a new experience. I don't think I've ever experienced that before, even at smaller sizes. Obviously that's still a plug. But yeah, that will catch up soon, and yep, I hope you enjoyed the video. I've been talking for nearly 15 minutes now, so I'm going to say goodbye. Ta-ra! Have a good day and night and whatever you're doing, and see you all again soon. Bye.